Uh, Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another one of my live videos. And today I am actually going to be doing a change. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a change now. What I'm going to be discussing about today, because we know this weekend this is I think this is now the fourth. Yes, this is the fourth game of the season, and I'm currently going to be updating you. The biggest game of the weekend, obviously, is Manchester City versus Liverpool at the Etihad Stadium. So we are now going to get into a bit of a detail about the game. I think it's going to be a very, very entertaining game of football. You know, Liverpool have precisely been in better form so far than Manchester City, because you know Manchester City have scraped a couple of results out so far this season, and Liverpool have done very, very well this season so far. So the top three in the table at the moment, you know, as we're currently top, you know, 9 points out of 9 in 3 games, 10 goals, no goals conceded. You've got who's second? I think it's Liverpool currently sitting second. Huddersfield Town sitting third. Very, very surprised at them. They've had a good start to the season. Huddersfield, can't see it lasting though. And last but not least, Manchester City are sitting in fourth. So that is the top 4 in the current table at the moment. But I think this is going to be an entertaining game of football. You know, both teams have got both teams have got class and quality players in their side. We know City spent a lot of money in the transfer window that's just gone. You know, they strengthened the full-back position. You know, they strengthened up at the back, as Liverpool failed to do. They did. You know, Liverpool are very, very good attacking team, but they'll be disappointed that they didn't get the pursuit of Van Dijk. They'll be disappointed they didn't get the pursuit of Lamar, but we'll go into more detail of that a bit later. But I think it's going to be a tight affair. I'm not quite sure who I think is going to win the game. I will be doing a prediction at the end of the video what I think will happen in the game. It's really tough to call, because you know City have got the likes of Sané, City have got the likes of Aguero, City have got the likes of Bernardo Silva in there now. City also will be disappointed that they did miss out on Alexis Sanchez as well. You know, City have got Kyle Walker at the back now. You know, City have strengthened up. They've got Benjamin Mendy at the back. So I think City are very, very good attackively. But I think from City's perspective, I do think both teams will score in the game as well, because both teams, you know, are very good attacking. You know, they're good at scoring goals. But I think Liverpool's concern is them at the back. That's going to be Liverpool's concern in this game, because they haven't strengthened up at the back. And I still said Liverpool still need another number 9 role, and they need someone at the back with Lovren and all that. They were Liverpool, and you know there's big debates. Could Coutinho be starting this game? So we're going to get into a bit more detail anyway now about the game. This is going to be a very, very interesting, entertaining game of football. It says here, did you know, Manchester City, are favourites from Bet365. Manchester City have only lost. This is just what I think so much. It's just on an app. It says something about, you know, the statistics of City and Liverpool and etc, etc. So it says Manchester City have lost only one of their last 8 home Premier League meetings against Liverpool. I am reading this part out. Against Liverpool, a 4-1 defeat in November 2015, which remains the last time City lost by 3 goals in a home Premier League game. I do remember that game. It does say here Liverpool have won 3 of their 4 Premier League games against Manchester City since Jurgen Klopp took charge, joined the other in March last season. Under Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool have just lost 1 of their 22 Premier League matches against a team that has finished in the top 7 of the competition last season. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, in this period, Liverpool are unbeaten away from home against last season's top 7 sides in the Premier League. So Liverpool basically didn't lose away from home against any of the top teams last season. That's what it's basically session out. Pep Guardiola has won 25 matches, and you know he had a good pedigree anyway, Pep Guardiola, because he'd been previously at Barcelona before, worked fantastically well with Sanchez, and this is why Pep Guardiola and Sanchez wanted to make the move to City. He's got a good pedigree, Pep Guardiola, just like Mourinho's got a good pedigree, and you know also Jurgen Klopp had been Bushy Dorn for several years as well. He did very, very well with them. But it does say here, Pep Guardiola has won 25 matches and 85 points. Good to see the statistics, because I don't know everything about the statistics. It does tell you on this app sometimes. Pep Guardiola has won 25 matches and 85 points from his 41 Premier League games in charge of Manchester City. In his first 41 games in charge of City, Manuel Pellegrini won 29 games and 92 points. Manchester City have lost just 1 of their last 23 Premier League matches at home. but they only have kept 1 clean sheet in 6 of these games. Sadio Mane has scored 7 goals he's a good player. He's scored 7 goals in his last 9 Premier League games, including a goal each of his last 4 appearances in the competition. I'm just reading these statistics out. Only 3 players have scored in 5+ successful Premier League apps for Liverpool. That'll be appearances. Yes, will do. Thanks very much. Apps, where was I? Appearances against Liverpool. Sergio Aguero has scored in all 5 of his Premier League appearances against Liverpool at the Etihad Stadium, netting once in each game. Aguero's 5 consecutive home scoring games against Liverpool. He's bettered only by 3 players against an opponent in the Premier League. Alan Shearer against Everton, Thierry Henry against Villa, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank against West Ham, who all scored in 6 consecutive home games. Since leaving Manchester City to join Liverpool, James Milner has been involved 3 goals in 4 Premier League games against his former club, 2 goals and 1 assist. So yeah, that's the match facts to update you about that. We are going to confirm some team news on the game. We are going to go to the head-to-head, see how they've been doing. So we'll just have a look at that quickly. City have it's all in all, City have had 5 wins out of previous meetings and previous encounters. There's been 7 draws, and Liverpool have had 8 wins all in all. So that's there's a lot of games here in the previous head-to-head meetings between the 2 sides. City 3-0, Liverpool 3-0, 1-1. There's been 3-0, 2-2, 2-2, 2-1, 3-2, 3-1, 2-1, 4-1. 3-0, 1-0, 1-0, 0-0, 0-0. There has been quite a few draws. There has been quite a few goals in the previous meetings between the 2 sides. So they are 2 very, very good sides. Obviously, overall, Liverpool are better, obviously, historically. But, City, have strengthened up, and they want to win the league this season. So we are going to confirm some current team news right now. So what it's going to be is, I think I'm going to start with the Manchester City. Kyle Walker is he's expected to be returning after he had a 1-match ban. Did well? No, Kyle Walker had a 1-match ban. Also, Raheem Sterling, the current ex-Liverpool player, he won't be featuring for City as he is suspended. Is Raheem Sterling. And that's really about it for the Manchester City team news. And Liverpool team news. Liverpool still do have Nathaniel Klein injured. Liverpool still have Adam Lallana injured as well in the process of it. And also they've got Adam Lallana, Nathaniel Klein injured, and I think there was someone else as well, but I might have misforgot that. So they've got Nathaniel Klein out of Liverpool. I think they've got Adam Lallana out, and and also Oxlade-Chamberlain for Liverpool could be making his Premier League debut for the club. Also, that's a very, very good signing for Liverpool. But it's going to be an entertaining game of football, as I said. So in the last, basically, 3 of City's last games, they beat Brighton 2-0. They drew with Everton 1-1, and they currently beat Bournemouth as well 2-1, but they only just edged that. But Liverpool have particularly been in better form. Liverpool drew with Watford on the first game of the season in a 6-goal thriller. It did end 3-3. Liverpool conceded right at the end. They should have won that. They beat Crystal Palace 1-0. And they demolished Arsenal by 4 goals to 0. So I think, Liverpool have had the better start. I think the star forms of Liverpool have been, Sané's been forming, Firmino's been forming. I'm very, very impressed for Liverpool, with Emre Can. And yes, they also did beat Hoffenheim as well, I did forget to mention. Emre Can's hitting form for Liverpool. He's doing very, very well. Coming to an end of his contract soon, but he's doing very, very well. You've got Mane that's doing well. You've got Salah, that's performing fantastically well. Daniel Sturridge just scored a couple of goals as well for Liverpool. So overall, Liverpool have got a good attacking force team that could cause the City backline problems, but City have got a good defensive area, so it may be hard for Liverpool to break them down. The concern with Liverpool, with City's power, with City's attack, the quality players that they've got in the side, it may cause the Liverpool back four problems, because Liverpool, as I did say, haven't strengthened that defensive area up as they should have done, and this is why if they'd have got Van Dijk, that would have been perfect for Liverpool, but they currently didn't get him. They will have plans in January, guys, as I said. So we're going to... Obviously now we know with Liverpool, with the Van Dijk situation, yes, it has just been basically confirmed actually that he has joined the rest of the Southampton squad now. He's training with the rest of the Southampton squad because we know with the resistance, and Southampton are resisting and are reluctant to offload the player, and this had been suggested from the Southampton board, the chairman, the manager, because they were not willing to prepare to offload Van Dijk, and now the manager's come out and basically said that Van Dijk is normal. This is what the manager has currently said. And he also did quote out as well, did the manager, he is now training with the rest of Southampton squad, but he did insist that he may not be ready for the first team selection just as yet in their current games, considering that Van Dijk has been injured due to an ankle injury since January. He has been injured since January. He's on a 5-year deal with Southampton. Southampton's purchased him for £13 million. It did confirm just at the start of August, I think he had put a transfer request in. The player was basically trying to make the move. We know Liverpool lended the interest back in June due to an illegal approach regarding the player. But then... Chelsea had been interested in Van Dijk. Arsenal had made inquiries about getting Virgil van Dijk. But I think his actual preferred move was Liverpool. But we know that he'd been spotted in London about 3 weeks ago. And then clearly after that... he'd been spotted in Liverpool John Lennon Airport, and suggestions showed up then he were going to be currently signing for Liverpool. Liverpool convinced they could get a deal for him for £70 million. Didn't currently materialise, and it all come to an conclusion in the end. And he had been training separately at the time as well as Van Dijk, but it had come to a conclusion. And Chelsea had been interested in the player as well, but it had come to a conclusion because... I think Liverpool will have plans to get Virgil van Dijk in currently January. So we also know that Liverpool have also got some good news, with the Naby Keita situation. It did say it is ahead of schedule. It could be ahead of schedule. Maybe if Liverpool to pay more money, maybe to pay another premium for Naby Keita from RP Leeds, because it was just before the window, guys. It was just before the window. It actually confirmed that Liverpool had signed the player, but his arrival wasn't supposed to be until 1st of July 2018. It wasn't supposed to be until 1st of July 2018, the current player's arrival, but now it could be currently ahead of schedule. It being confirmed, the Liverpool club website had actually confirmed the signing of Naby Keita. The player was very, very ecstatic about this, and basically it is a £48 million release clause, but either way, depending how RP Leeds big progress, whether they get to Champions League, whether they don't, there's going to be add-ons included in the deal between £10 or £20 million. The player that helped RP, is a player that progressed them to the Champions League last season and got them into the second place as well, and RP Leeds big got him from Salzburg back in 2016. But he's a player, Liverpool were linked with the entirety of the window, and now it's come to an agreement. Whether it's going to be January, whether it's going to be next summer, it is good news for Liverpool's fans. He's a player that's good at breaking up the play, very tenacious, very compassive. He's won the Bundesliga. What's he won now? I think he's won a couple of Australian Cups as this player, as a Naby Keita, but he's a good break-up player, and he will dramatically improve Liverpool's midfield as well. And also, there's big talking points about if currently Philip Coutinho actually could be starting this game, because we know Coutinho is now training with the Liverpool squad. He's just come back. From international duty with Brazil as Philip Coutinho. But the Spanish press have been reporting. Well, obviously Liverpool have named him in their Champions League squad, but the Spanish press are reporting that he may refuse to play in the Champions League, Philip Coutinho, as he's currently unhappy. Due to his back injury that Philip Coutinho has been having. So there's big talks whether he could start this game against Manchester City. He may do, he may not do. I think it may be a huge debate. But Liverpool, you know, have looked very, very good without Philip Coutinho so far. To be honest with you, he got his name on the score sheet against Ecuador during his international duty with Brazil. Got his name on the score sheet in a 2-0 win as well. And we know he's still a very essential player for Liverpool, even though they've got Chamberlain there now who could make his debut. They've got other players on form as well, but Coutinho for them is still an essential player, so he may not be chosen by Jurgen Klopp on a Saturday against Manchester City. But we know he's been linked for Barcelona for the entirety of the window. We know Barcelona have wanted him. Liverpool have turned 3 bids down from Barcelona. They confirmed there'd been discussions going on, and then right at the last minute, apparently what Barcelona was suggesting, they'd been in more negotiations, they'd been contacted, and apparently it said Liverpool were demanding £185 million, which had presumably been denied by Liverpool as well. Philip Coutinho, you know, he's been at the club 4 years. As I said, Liverpool only paid £8.5 million for the player. You know, his progression over the 4 years, you know, with Liverpool, but he hasn't won any trophies. And a player of his calibre wants to win trophies. You couldn't stand. This is why he wanted to go to Barcelona. This is probably why, because he's putting him on better players, you know, etc., etc. And this is probably why, guys, if you understand what I mean. So it may start, it may not start, but the team who's confirmed: Adam Lallana won't participate, he's injured. Nathaniel Klein won't participating for Liverpool. Kyle Walker for City is supposed to be coming. He's coming back. Raheem Sterling is currently still suspended as well, so he won't be featuring in the game. Who City have had 2 years who they paid for. They paid £49 million for him back in 2015 from Liverpool. But it'd be an interesting game of football. You know, I think it'd be a very good attacking game of football. But I think Liverpool could be caught out due to the lack of depth in their back line. That's the only problem. But I think Liverpool have been a very, very good attacking team. They can prove they can score goals. You know, they prove that they've got good finishers in that team. But it's going to be a very, very interesting game of football. I think it could go either way. In my opinion, you know, I'm going to do the prediction at the end of the video, as I said, guys. But it's going to be interesting. But we are going to go now. Obviously, we know that City also were disappointed. You know, they've spent quite a bit of money. Pep Guardiola will be happy about this. You know, they spent over £100 million on fullbacks alone. Was it over £100 million? Yes, it was over £100 million. In total, they spent about over £200 million. But yeah, they did want Sanchez as well, did Manchester City. They really did want Sanchez in the mix with the rest of their players, such as Sané, you know, Sergio Aguero, and all that. And yeah, they did want Sanchez, did Manchester City, and they was very, very disappointed. It did say Sanchez was prepared to have more talks after international duty with Arsene Wenger, because he's you know, he's very, very, he's not really, really happy. He's Sanchez, you know, Sanchez won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal. Risen up the ranks for Udinese. Pep Guardiola purchased him from there, and you know, he won honours with them. And you know, them two were absolutely fantastic to gather at Barcelona with Pep Guardiola and Sanchez. So they were looking to reunite. It confirmed just before the window end there had been discussions about this going on, Sanchez making a move. Sanchez had actually been leaked in the Manchester City shirt, so it looked realistically that it was going to happen. He even told his teammates he was going to be joining Manchester City as well, did Sanchez. He also he confirmed after Confederations Cup his future has been decided. Wenger to make the next move, and Wenger has been ruthless and resisted to offload the player since the speculation started. And you know, there's been entirety teams that's been interested in Alexis Sanchez, but it come to a conclusion because I think Arsenal were willing to soften the stance as long as they could get that adequate replacement. They went for Lemar, didn't work. Sterling didn't work. Aguero didn't work. So basically, Arsenal couldn't find that adequate replacement. And he also rejected a £300,000 a week from Arsenal as well, and he was demanding £400,000 a week. Arsenal also turned down a £50 and a £60 million bid from Manchester City, but Arsenal were not willing to sanction him off unless they could get a replacement. But I think they've lost out of Arsenal because he's going to make the move in January, and he could only just go for £20 million, could Sanchez. So He could go for £20 million in January, could Sanchez, and Arsenal did have the chance to cash in 50-60 million pound. So they've lost out on £40 million if they sanction him off for 20 million in January. So, but Arsenal couldn't find that replacement, could they? So, but they will cash him on in January, I do think, because obviously Wenger's going to have plans. They will cash him on January and look for that current replacement, whether they're going to be rather interested in Lamar, whether they're going to go for someone else. I do not really know, guys. But I said this City-Liverpool game, it's going to be a very, very interesting game. It's going to be the game of the weekend, guys. As I do keep saying, this is going to be the absolute game of the weekend. Anything else? Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting game, guys, as I said. Yeah, my prediction is going to be on this game. I think there's going to be 4 goals, so I'm going to go with 2-2 draw. So it is going to be a very intense game and entertaining game. So anyway, guys, that is absolutely everything to update today. This is the first time I've ever done talks about on other teams in certain matches. I do transfers on other players and other teams, but this is actually the first time I've ever done another match of talking about another match. So anyway, guys, we'll only do it on the big games. We won't do it on other different teams because obviously I'm a Man United fan. I mostly do it on United. But yeah, so anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. Subscribe as always and take it easy. I'll see you all later. Bye.